Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you a video of an installation of ZZP wires. These are 10.5 millimeter all light 103s and Accel coil packs. These are 45,000 volt coil packs. I know I did a video previously about how to maintain these. However, these coil packs are very old and I'm having random misfires on 2 cylinders. So I want to take care of that and clean it up. New plugs, new wires, new coil packs, and run some logs and see how we go. Now the reason for this is, here's a log I did last night actually, and you can see here it has in the cylinder history 105 and 112 misfires on cylinders 3 and 4. So all I'm gonna do is clean that up, and hopefully this stuff here will eliminate that. So let's see how it goes. So we'll do the video now, how to install these products, the proper way to install them using dielectric grease and electrical cleaner. We used before on everything to clean everything off properly, not on the new stuff but on the older stuff. So like the ignition module and anything else you maybe reuse it on the car, and then using the grease on everything else. So let's get to it. Alright, for this installation you will need a few tools. You need a 5.5 millimeter socket on extension for the coil packs, 1/4" drive ratchet for that, 3/8 drive ratchet, spark plug socket 5/8, short extension for the rear, long extension for the front if you need it. Flathead screwdriver to remove any plastic clips you have from the factory wires if they're still there. Dielectrical grease, electrical cleaner for any reused parts like the ignition module or whatever you may have, or you can use a wire brush if you have one handy, but it's not always needed depending if you have corrosion or not. If you have corrosion, this and a wire brush will help a whole lot. I already cleaned mine up, so I'm not going to need that today, but I will need this for the new parts here. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take off this engine cover. There. Unplug all its fault hug wires. Now if you don't know your firing order, there will be a link in the description below to show you exactly how this goes back on. Now's a good time to inspect the terminals on the module and inside your existing coil packs, just to see how they're looking. If you see any corrosion in there, I suggest you clean it, replace if possible, but if you can, just clean it up with a wire brush and some electrical cleaner. Now you can also use the spark plug boot grease for this too, being that this is a high temp area. As you can see, these are in really nice shape because I already cleaned them and I greased them up and I made sure that no moisture got in there. You can also buy these boots if these are worn out or flat. They sell these on Amazon and Rock Auto as well. So you can replace these boots and put new ones on there. Alright, so that's off. Now for the wires. You just twist. Oh, it's not coming off. The boot came off, but the wire didn't. This is very common on these. If you have a pair of needle nose, you can pop them off like that. But see it right there? The boot came off and the wire didn't. So this is a common thing. It happens. Don't worry about it. There we go. So I got these off. So 1 out of 3 ain't too bad. Do not want to break this dipstick. Same thing breaks so much as it is. There we go. Crack them loose. There you go. So these spark plugs are the R44 LTS6. These are for the Grand Prix Turbo. These are a quarter plug in stock. There's nothing too wrong with them. They look fine. However, I want to change them out to the coppers from Autolite 103s with a 45 gap, just to try it out and see if it fixes the misfire. I just want to change everything and not just one thing at a time here. Just get rid of all of it at once. So pulling out the AC Delcos, putting in the Autolites. These are the Autolite 103s. I've already gapped these at 45 or 0.45. So it's just a matter of installing these and go from there. Just snug them, don't have to get too crazy on the torque on these. You want to break them in there, you don't want them to seat up either. Double check that one real quick. Yeah. Okay. So those are done. Put this dipstick back in there. And move on to the rear now. Go ahead and pull these clips off. We won't be using these no more. These do not fit the ZZP wires. Yeah, they are 10 millimeter. The only one that came off was this, but it didn't even rip the wire out. Just pulled the boot back a little bit. So these wires actually are still in good shape. These are, and last one. So what I like to do with these when they're brand new is go ahead and pump some grease in here, like so. Get it down in there as much as you can. This will help keep the moisture out. It'll prevent corrosion, prevent it shorting out, all that fun stuff we don't want to deal with. I like using this kind because you can, it pushes in a lot of pressure there. So, got those ready. So I'm gonna put these on the car now. Alright, make sure you get them lined up. And we're going to get this screw started by hand. Now, last time I did grease them up. I would do the same again this time because I don't need them seizing up in there. For this, I'm just going to shoot a little bit of grease down inside there. Just so there's, help keep that moisture out too as well, you know, while they're chilling in there for a while. I had someone ask me about keeping these things cool, what to do. Honestly, nothing. The reason I say that is on the 3.1 V6 and the 2.8 V6, these coil packs are directly under the manifold. I mean, like directly under it. I'll show you in this video when I get done with here. But they're directly under the manifold. I have a Turbo Grand Prix with that setup, and I've never had a coil go bad unless I washed it or it got wet. But as far as heat goes, never had a problem with that, or performance for that matter. So Just leave them alone. Put the coil pack of your choice on there, like I'm doing here. You can do ZZP, you can do MSDs, you can do stock. But when you start getting into other brands, other Chinese brands there, you never know what you're getting yourself into. And just hand tighten these. You don't need to use a ratchet on this. They're not going to go anywhere. Here's a coil pack I'm telling you about here. This is a 3.1 turbo LG5 engine. And the coil packs, here's the manifold, and the coil packs are right here. Right under the manifold. They don't fail, they don't go bad. It just works. And if that's on a turbo setup, which those exhaust manifolds get super hot, I'm sure these are fine. Actually, I prefer that location anyway. Unless you're going to do it on a firewall somewhere safe. But then you got longer wires and you got more resistance. And yeah, I don't need all that mess. Okay, now for this, you can go to Wbodytech.com. Let's see, what did I put under? I think specs. Yeah, ignition and tune-up. And then here's your firing orders right here. With a 3.8, this one right here. So you have 135, 246, in case you don't know, 1452, 36 on the coil side. So using this, you hook the plug the new wires up. What you're gonna do is go ahead and get these on bags here. In case you need a part number, it'll be in the description below. But these are ZZP-SPW-AB-Blue. 10.5 millimeter wires. So get these all out there. Here's the backs, and here are the fronts. So with that being said, the first one I'm going to do is number 6, which should be the longest one on here. Let's see, here's 6, 2, and 4. They look to be about 4 and 6 are about the same. So I'm gonna do number 6 first. So we got 4, 6, and 2 right here. Let's run these out to the back of the car. Now before I put these on, go ahead and shoot with some grease. Just make sure you get enough in there to coat that properly. You don't want to just get stuck on there and ripping off. Of course, these are the new revision, so they shouldn't be too bad. So let's see what we got going on here. We're on the logs right now with HP tuners. I cleared all the codes, didn't have any, but I did a clear code anyway just to reset all the cylinder history. I did a fuel trim relearn, so I'm going to do that thing right now. I'm going to idle for a few minutes, let it relearn itself, and then once it's idling at proper RPM, I'm going to take it out for a drive and see how it reacts with the new ignition system. So far so good. It's all cleared up for now. I'll run some more tests later and go from there. But everything's 0, which is what I wanted. So mission accomplished.